Hey, you're watching Gamer Marc YouTube channel. Hello, and we are live. We are Mexico 2019 Grand Prix. We are in Mexico City. What a fantastic circuit. It's one of my favorites. Fantastic skies, 23 Celsius, light cloud, breeze. It's an ice cream time in Mexico. Absolutely fantastic. Look at the circuit. So the circuit has 17 turns, it's 2.6 miles, and it has 2 DRS zones. So speed trap, long straight. So we're going to be hopefully expecting to see 200 plus down that straight. And again, absolutely fantastic. As we're going to go down to the grid and have a look at it. Look at the stadium section there, looking absolutely superb. Fantastic facilities that we have in Mexico City, and it's an exciting race. So we have Lewis Hamilton miles ahead in the championship, Max Verstappen in second place, and Valtteri in third place. As we look there, the eyes keen to make an impression. The Ferraris need to make sure that they're pushing on and making a right good challenge at this. So we look at the starting grid. The starting grid is Lewis Hamilton in first, Bottas in second, so Mercedes lock out the front row, Vettel third, Max Verstappen in fourth, Gasly fifth, Leclerc sixth, Perez seventh, Hulkenberg eighth, Norris ninth, Sainz 10th, Raikkonen 11th, Magnussen 12th, Grosjean 13th, Albon 14th, Kvyat 15th, Ricciardo 16th, Stroll 17th, Giovinazzi 18th, George Russell and Robert Kubica at the back for the Williams F1 team. So as we go down now, this could be an exciting race. Lap 1 of 18. And we are go! Fantastic start from Bottas there. Oh, Sebastian Vettel moves out. Lewis Hamilton has lost, make that 3 places it looks like. As we look now from pole position to now third place. Late break in there by the Mercedes. He runs really wide, manages to keep it on track. So Lewis Hamilton on track and in first place still. He managed to just outbrake him there. He's trying to break the toe of Bottas as they go down to the hill. So look at Max Verstappen, Gasly's ahead. That's not going to please Max Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton running a little bit wide around that corner. So we look at Gasly now. Max Verstappen head down, trying to push on.
Mate, give me the soft tires.
So there, Max Verstappen on the charge already, on the team radio, as he is stuck behind Gasly. Gasly really needs to make sure that he can keep on the tails of the Ferrari, as Mercedes are 1-2. Leclerc stuck behind the racing point of Perez. He looks in absolutely fantastic form in the last couple of races. So there we look at Gasly, Max Verstappen right behind him as we move on to lap 2. That was a very quick lap. Now we're on to the long straight. It should be reaching at least 200 on the speed trap as we go down to the right turn. Sebastian Vettel trying to get past the 2 Mercedes, but we're looking at the 2 Red Bulls at the moment. Lewis Hamilton hasn't pulled away from Bottas. Bottas is still right behind him. There's a bit of smoke there we see at the back there. It looks like Lando Norris will be out of the race. We hear an engine and there's yellow flags in that corner, so that means no overtaking. Drivers must be cautious and be prepared to stop. As we look, yeah, Lando Norris has peeled off, so Lando Norris is out of the race. Very disappointed there. Looks like a massive engine blowout. As we're still on lap 2, as we look at Sebastian Vettel trying to apply pressure to the Mercedes, but Lewis Hamilton scampering away, using every bit of the track there. Lewis Hamilton running a little bit too wide there. We'll definitely get the marbles on his tyres there. Fantastic shot there. He's got the racing point still ahead of Leclerc. Leclerc really needs to get a move on now, as he is very getting compromised in this race. As we move on to lap 3, as we look at Sebastian Vettel, the Ferrari, pushing as hard as he can down the back straight. He is gaining. There's no DRS at the moment. It will be activated this lap, so that will be crucial that he remains right behind the Mercedes car as he is at the moment. No way there. As a yellow flag is still going, as we see Norris's car to the side. Look on the Racing Point car, who has somehow managed to get past the Red Bull. We didn't see that on camera, but somehow it's been a little bit of a mistake there, and the Racing Point's gone ahead. So Lewis Hamilton in first, Bottas in second, being chased down by Sebastian Vettel, and the Racing Point has managed to get past two Red Bulls. They must have had a coming together, and that has allowed the Racing Point to jump ahead. So Racing Point will be absolutely delighted. That Mercedes engine there working really hard against the Honda Red Bull cars there. As we see in the background there, Leclerc still stuck. Look at Bottas now starting to drop off the pace of Lewis Hamilton as he piles in another fastest lap, and we are on lap 4. Vettel moves on side. Oh, we get a fantastic shot of the front wing there as he ducks in from behind, and it looks like the move is done. Now Sebastian Vettel must chase after Lewis Hamilton now. We'll get a bit of DRS here. That flap opens and he pushing now. As we are still on lap 4. Bottas must trying to make an amends. He is sticking quite close to him. He's got to make sure that he doesn't allow the Ferrari car just to motor ahead. He must still apply pressure to him, because he can't just allow him there to catch up onto the back of the Mercedes car. Bottas still sticking with Vettel. Vettel can't break the toll. The Mercedes has done really well to stay there with him, and this is where the DRS will probably come in handy as we move on to lap 5. Defensive there from Sebastian Vettel as Bottas is all over the back of him. Vettel just seems to can't get any grip. The Mercedes looks like he's got a better exit, better traction on the turn there. Stays right behind him. This could be curtains for Sebastian Vettel. Lap 5. Look at the power difference there. DRS is open. Pulls out to the right hand side. And the move is done. He's got it back because he's managed to keep it there. As we look at cars behind, Lewis Hamilton there using all the track. Bottas now with the DRS because he will have it as he went through the detection, but obviously the Racing Point car there, the Red Bull, the Red Bull has pitted, so they did pit early. Wasn't happy with the tyres that they had, so they came in and pitted early. This is really interesting now as we're now moving on. Leclerc.
Performance 6. Performance 6.
John, I need to drive as well. Wait.
So Leclerc there struggling to get past the Red Bull, Honda Red Bull there. He's trying to apply pressure, and he's trying to get through the gears now. So look at the Racing Point. Leclerc again, still stuck behind the Honda Red Bull there. The Racing Point is ahead of both of them. Absolutely superb job. As Max Verstappen is trying to push as hard as he can, but surely now Leclerc is right up behind him. He's got the DRS, but so has, it was move on to lap 6. So has Max Verstappen, but the Ferrari Red Bull too much horse in that Red Bull, not enough. As the Red Bull drops another position, and that has now released the red car of the Ferrari of Leclerc to push on the back now of the Racing Point. And it's starting to leave the Honda Red Bull behind. Now what pressure will happen now? Will Leclerc push on now? He's must try and apply pressure to the Mercedes Racing Point car who's ahead of him. They're doing a fantastic job to be in the like top 6 and competing all on the same red mark tyres. They will have to switch to the yellow or the white tyre, so they all still need to pit. Perez takes the defensive line there as Leclerc tries to sniff a look. That just allows the Honda Red Bull to get really close now. I'm sure they will have him on the straight, but will that Mercedes engine just kick in and give him that little push off as we move on to the next lap? Fantastic drive there from Racing Point. So lap 7 of 18. Ferrari car, definitely, he's gonna mug him now, so jump on board. Yep, he's definitely got it. Well ahead. DRS for the Honda Red Bull just behind as well. Now Leclerc can push on. He's got a bit of free air to go on and try and do something as we look at the 3 top guys there. Sebastian Vettel putting Bottas under a lot of pressure there. Lewis Hamilton has lost a bit of time, and that has allowed Bottas and Vettel to squeeze up on him as he uses every inch of that curb. As we look at the Williams car there, both Williams cars riding at the back, pushing ahead. You see Red Bull just ahead of them. But there's Gasly there having a terrible time, really struggling with the car. We think there's a bit of a problem with the car. That's why he's dropped off the pace so much. But we haven't heard anything from the team radio about it. So that one's gone under the radar there. As we look at Lance Stroll stuck behind Toro Rosso. 2 Toro Rossos riding together. So Alba and Kvyat together. So look at the Haas car now. Magnussen. We've got Carlos Sainz, the lone McLaren. And then we've got a bit Magnussen there, trying to push on. It's like Raikkonen trying to overtake someone there. As we move on to lap 8. So Raikkonen pulls out, Grosjean with the DRS open as well. Easy for Kimi Raikkonen there as he overtakes the Renault powered car. There's Hülkenberg there trying to apply pressure back on. Daniel Ricciardo's been pretty disappointed of late, and he's way down in the back. So we look at Hülkenberg trying to make up ground in the midfield, trying to get that place back. The Renault car there applying pressure. It's getting pressured from two cars, one in front and one on behind. As we look at Perez now, fantastic shots there we're getting from Max Verstappen, trying to apply pressure.
I've got a bit hairy between those two in the pit lane. Actually, was a very aggressive release from Red Bull. Fair. But then I think Max should have given him a bit more room. But Bottas had nowhere to go.
So Vettel wanting an aggressive stop as he comes in. He wants to get out in front of the Mercedes. Will that happen? So lap 9. So they tried to double stack the 2 Mercedes, which they have done. Which could probably leave Bottas having to make up a lot of ground now. Lewis Hamilton looks like he's got out ahead. That's the white mark tyres gone on the Honda Red Bull there of Max Verstappen. Traffic there for Lewis Hamilton.
We're going to lose this race, man. I can't look after this tyres anymore. They're dead.
So Lewis, just thinking about it, if we manage to the same pace as the cars in front and you can still hold Verstappen behind.
I can't keep the car behind. Bono, can you not see that? I don't know what you're thinking when you tip these tyres on, man. You need to hope for a miracle.
Lewis Hamilton complaining there. He's got a lot of work to do. He's got to get past all these cars. He has to overtake in full position there. So that will definitely give him a bigger job. And he's got Sebastian Vettel all over the back of him. He's been all over the back of the Mercedes car and ahead at times, but not ahead of the Lewis Hamilton car, his Mercedes car there. Who's just made sure that he's always put his nose ahead. Sebastian Vettel wanted that aggressive stop, wasn't aggressive enough as he still is behind Mercedes, and he's dropped off the pace massively in the second phase of this race. The Toro Rosso there, Lewis Hamilton running really wide. That just allowed Toro Rosso just to move ahead, but one Toro Rosso comes in It's one less car to overtake in lap 10. 8 more laps to go, and it's coming down really to Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel. Where is Leclerc? Leclerc is in space and putting in the lap times, really trying to make sure he can get in and out of those pits quick, so we can try and leapfrog these two. There's traffic there. Lewis Hamilton running all raggedly, run off the track as well. This is for position, and this is just holding him up. Locking on the brakes here in the Toro Rosso, the racing point. They pile on. I guess they will definitely be coming in at some point. It's just slowing everyone down. They're really slowing the corners there. Lewis Hamilton does both of them in both of those corners. Now Vettel really needs to get past them as soon as possible. His tyres should be in better nick. Probably going to try and do one of them. He's still stuck behind him. Lewis Hamilton is still stuck now, stuck behind the Alpha. I'm sure the Alpha's coming out as we see the pit crew are in and they're waiting for him. And yes, they all duck in, and that has now released Sebastian Vettel to chase after Lewis Hamilton, who's got a fantastic lead during that phase. As we move on to lap 11 of this fantastic race, Charles Leclerc just behind, didn't manage to get past them. Now Sebastian Vettel, Bottas there battling away with Max Verstappen, who's on a white mark tyre. Perez still ahead, doing a fantastic job for the Mercedes Racing Point team. As now they move in. Max Verstappen's got the racing line. We'll have it here as well. Really trying to push that Mercedes out. Better tyres though by the Mercedes, got better traction, and manages just to get out of that corner. I'm very surprised why they put those tyres on Max Verstappen. What are they thinking? Well, you know, they're going to take time to warm up, and obviously the yellow tyres are going to be a lot faster than the white wall tyres there. But hopefully try and mug them at the end. I'm guessing that will be the plan. It has to be the plan now. They've got no choice but to stick with it. And so now we're moving into the next lap. Max Verstappen trying to get everything he can. And lap 12, squeezing up on him now. DRS is open. But will the Honda Red Bull be fast enough? Don't think it will. As Bottas goes defensively. Has he done it? Has he done it? Oh, it's showing him the long way round, but we'll have the inside here. See the traction here working much better for the Mercedes. You'll have DRS here, but surely he won't be able to do it, as the rundown is just too short. Bottas really now needs to really put on the pressure on Perez, but he's busy fighting.
Mode 7, when you're ready, Max. Mode 7, to the end.
But Max Verstappen has got more power now. We'll try to apply that and push forward with his Honda Red Bull to try and get past that Mercedes. Slightly dropped off. These messages are delayed, sort of, so probably was on the previous lap that he was trying to really apply the pressure, because he has slightly dropped off here. Trying to make it in the corners there, trying to make a bit of ground. Yeah, he's lost a bit of ground there as we move on to lap 13 of 18. Fantastic drive there. Lewis Hamilton still in the lead. The Ferraris both 1 and 2. No, sorry, not 1 and 2, 2 and 3, sorry. Trying to push on there. As we look at Sebastian Vettel trying his hardest and pushing in, putting in good lap times as well. So is Leclerc. Leclerc is making up ground. Lewis Hamilton trying to pile on the pressure as well by trying to sneak ahead He's got a massive margin, at least 5 seconds. As we look at this, Perez now doing a fantastic job. Leclerc just in front, applying the pressure to Sebastian Vettel. There's Sebastian Vettel there, pushing. And there's car 44, Lewis Hamilton, with that 5-second gap, which is pulling away. And it's just extending it to 7 seconds. Absolutely outstanding drive. And Leclerc has caught up to Sebastian Vettel. This is going to be absolutely major now. So Leclerc pushing and pushing. Wants that overtake. As we look at Perez now. Team radio coming up.
There's something strange with the engine. What's happening?
We have no H recovery.
Yeah, but I can't. Oh my god.
And keep calm, we need the car home.
So there might be a few issues there for Leclerc, but that is not hindering him now, because obviously he's making ground. So like we said, it's an old message. So he might have had a problem, but he's pushing on, and he is making ground on Sebastian Vettel, who really needs to start motoring, making sure he's putting in the lap times. Does he have the tyres to do it? We will see as we start to move into these final stages of this race. Couple of laps left. Lewis Hamilton is just extending his lead, pushing really hard. It's been absolutely a fantastic drive from him, and he's doing everything he's meant to be doing, and asking from the team, from everyone. He has performed outstandingly well. And that's another lap down. And Sebastian Vettel has been caught by Leclerc. Leclerc with his issues as well. Looks like he's overcome them. He's got the DRS. It's definitely lap 15. And that is where Leclerc has just breezed past Sebastian Vettel. How has that happened? Bottas in behind has got past the racing point. Can he do anything in his last 3 laps? We will see. Will he apply pressure? As we look at Sebastian Vettel, the rear tyre doesn't look that bad, but just doesn't have the grip. As we look at the Mercedes, racing point right behind with the DRS open. Max Verstappen, close attention, who I believe is on the wrong tyre. So we look at Sebastian Vettel sort of limping home, not making any inroads. Let's look at Lewis Hamilton there. So no inroads from Vettel, just allow the Leclerc just to go in second place. Looks like he's got the tyres, the energy. He is in second place, but look at this guy, Lewis Hamilton, absolutely fantastic through the stadium section, pushing on to the next lap, tucking close inside. That is lap 16. Absolutely superb from Lewis Hamilton. He's doing a fantastic job. As Leclerc has pulled away from Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian Vettel cannot be seen. Perez there trying to put an impression. Oh, he's really fast. He pulls out on the right hand side, and he has done it. And Bottas is being hindered by the partner team, partner engine from the racing point. The works team are really struggling to get past and to deal with the Mercedes customer team there of the racing point. Lewis Hamilton looks like he's turned everything down, just cruising now. Really comfortable, hasn't been threatened at all in this race, only from the start, but he kept his foot in it and managed to just keep himself ahead, and that's what's put him where he should be at the moment. So absolutely fantastic stuff from him, and he's doing a really good job. I'm really pleased to see that. It's an absolutely fantastic job there. So we move on to lap 17, and this is very exciting there, as Leclerc, who had his issues is pulling away and doing a fantastic job. And can't believe that Mercedes again with Bottas is struggling with Perez there, as Perez is pushing him as hard as he can. But Mercedes got the better power out there at the apex there, pushes away. Max Verstappen trying to look in, and look like they both mugged him. Perez has been mugged by both the Honda, Red Bull, and Bottas there. Look at that. There comes the tyres now coming to fruit for the Honda team as they push on. Who's going to get this one? It's like the Mercedes has probably got this covered and has just about. But I feel sorry for Perez there, who's lost out big time. As we look at Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, as he moves through to complete his final lap of the race. No one in sight, as the next driver to him is now coming through, which is Leclerc, who's absolutely done a fantastic job from 6th position to 2nd place. Done absolutely fantastic during the stints. As we now look at Bottas in 4th place. 5th place is Max Verstappen, and Perez lost 2 places there. He'll be absolutely gutted as he pulls out now, trying to overtake both of them. Has he done it? Looks like he has, but hasn't got the line. As the Mercedes there struggles, Perez manages to get past Max Verstappen. Absolutely outstanding on this last lap. Bottas streaks away. That's just allowed Bottas to move away now from those two. As we look at Lewis Hamilton, last final corners. As he goes into the stadium section, crowd are buzzing as we jump on board. Look at that, absolutely fantastic view there. He's definitely going to go on to win this. Absolutely super.
Get in there, Lewis. That one's for Nicky, mate. That one is for Nicky.
Lewis, that was a victory worth Nicky. Well done, unbelievable job, congratulations.
You definitely made that one hard for me. But that one's definitely for Nicky.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Toto Wolff will be very, very happy with that. Mercedes, yeah, with Lewis Hamilton, absolutely fantastic as they all shake hands there. Really, really happy. Lewis Hamilton, absolutely superb from start to finish. Definitely the driver of the day. But the Ferraris did push on, and they've got a 2 and a 3 there from Leclerc in 2nd place, and Vettel in 4th. Sergio Perez, for me, done absolutely fantastic. He'll be happy with 5th place. Done really, really well. As now we look at the drivers on the podium. Lewis Hamilton is your race winner. Leclerc in 2nd, and Vettel in 3rd place. Absolutely outstanding from the Mercedes team. There they are in the middle, and the champagne gets sprayed everywhere on the podium as Mercedes have done it again, but the Ferraris have picked up the 2 and a 3, so they'll be happy with that with the points. Absolutely fantastic. And we will be moving on to the next races. So this is where we leave off. We leave now. Lewis Hamilton in 1st place, Charles Leclerc in 2nd, Sebastian Vettel in 3rd, Bottas in 4th, Perez in 5th. Absolutely fantastic drive for him. Max Verstappen in 6th, Kimi Räikkönen in 7th, and Roman Grosjean in 8th, Hulkenberg in 9th for the Renault team, and Haas for Kevin Magnussen there finishing in 10th place, Carlos Sainz in 11th. Norris, who obviously lost out there and obviously lost the with his engine blowing up in the first few laps. Kvyat there, really happy with that. He's in there somewhere. So he's got 12th place, Gasly 13th, and Albon 14th. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.